at the Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show with Mark Adams. Mark, tell me a little about yourself, please, sir.
My name is Mark Adams. I'm with Pickard USA, or Adams Precision Concepts. A company I kind of started after building this bike, and just kind of grew into what it is now.
What were you trying to accomplish with this build?
You know, I started this thing off. I was working for Nitro Circus with MTV and building all the stunts and different various projects for Travis and the rest of the idiots of the show, and I just I was bored, wanting something to build, and always wanted to build a bike to whatever I wanted it to be and what I envisioned in my mind, so come Christmas time, I decided to start bending some metal, and I've always wanted to do something with a Suzuki TL1000 or SV1000 motor. I like a V-twin, but wanted to be something different than just your Harley or SNS motor or whatever. Being friends with Travis on Nitro Circus, I wanted to do something really cool for him that possibly he could ride down in Daytona. To really be different than the rest of the average Suzuki guys out there. No, nothing on this bike is really standard at all. I started off with a 2005 SV1000 motor, or a complete bike. Ripped the thing apart. Really, the only thing I used out of it was just the motor and the electrics and the fuel injection. From there, I basically set the motor up on the frame jig and just started bending tubing. I knew for the most part what kind of look I was going for. I wanted a real streamlined drag race, look to it. And so yeah, it kind of just came together as we went. I got together with a guy that I became friends with throughout this build, Javon Lau of Pickard USA, and wanted somebody to make custom wheels for me. And then somehow I just happened to find them on the internet, and they were located in Richardson, Texas, which is about 15 minutes from my house. Called him up, went and met with him. I think he kind of thought I was full of it whenever I said I was going to build a bike for Travis Pastrana and this and that. But once we got more and more to talking, I realized that they had more capabilities of building other things, triple clamps and single side hubs, and really doing some different things and going way above and beyond what I originally planned on, what I thought would be just kind of a simple build. He happened to be building a bike at the time and needed some motor work done on it that they were building for the V-Twin Expo, a Harley. And Javon is really, really good with sheet metal. And so we just kind of traded. I was going to do his motor for him, and he was going to help me make the gas tanks and the fenders and the other various little sheet metal pieces that I needed help with. And throughout the build, we just became really, really close friends. And I ended up basically just building the whole bike at their shop with every tool and machine known to man. There's nothing that we can't make there. And so yeah.
Is there anything special about the front end on that?
The front end, as far as being special, the front end's off of a GSXR 1000. As far as the forks themselves, we made the triple clamps for it to fit the rake and the degree that we needed for these forks and the size of the wheel. It's got a 19-inch, one of our Superstar wheels at Pickard USA. Each yellow piece you see on the wheel is a individual billet piece that bolts on. So not only is it a forged billet machine wheel, but it's got 10 inserts, which really give it a cool look, especially when it's going down the road. Got with guys from QTM and Brembo, and I figured if this thing's gonna be for Travis, it's got to have the best of everything. So I wanted the best components I could possibly find. The Brembo RCS levers and master cylinders, billet front brake caliper. It's got one of our Pickard brake rotors on it, matching rotor to the wheel. But other than that, I mean, no, nothing really special. Set of our bars we made. That's about it.
How about the paint? That's obviously
The paint was
special.
done. I met through Javon again. I met Gary Queen, who owns Other Side Customs here in Dallas, and he we got to talking with him and just decided that. Told him what look I was going for. That I wanted something very streamlined, very racy looking, but simple and subtle. Something that would represent Travis, would represent Nitro Circus, which he is very involved in, would represent the 199, and I really kind of gave Gary free reign. I didn't really have that. I had some input on the paint, but for the most part, I just told him to make it look cool. I want everything just to tie in together.
Well,
Gary
he
does
obviously
awesome
made
work.
it look cool.
I'm sorry?
Obviously, he made it look cool.
Yeah, he did. He used I can't even tell you the name of the color. I know it's a PPG paint with like a green metallic in it. Some accents here and there, especially to offset the holes in the backbone and the down tube of the frame. He did a great job.
Let's discuss about the holes in the frame. How did you accomplish that?
The holes in the frame were I'm not gonna lie, I found a guy out of Germany, Walls Hardcore Frames, motorcycles, and I saw some bikes that he had done with the holes in it, and I just thought it really made the backbone of the frame and the down tubes really stand out. Instead of just being just a solid piece of metal. So we ended up, along with the arch of the backbone and the front down tube, we milled 2-inch oval holes through the whole thing. Well, that was the easy part. Then it was trying to figure out how I was going to make it solid and still have its strength. And I found one company in the whole United States, I think, that made oval tubing. I had to buy a 20-foot long stick of it. It cost me, I think, $350 or $400. It's a place out of Louisiana, and I needed, I think there's 12 or 15 2-inch pieces that I had to cut for this thing. So I mean, it was a total like 2 feet that I needed. So I still have 18 feet of these oval long metal tubing just to get these holes, but you know what, it really made everything stand out. I think it brings some character to it, and
Does a great job. It certainly stands out. Adam, who would you like to thank for the assistance on this construction of the bike?
you know, for sure, first and foremost, the guys over at Pickard USA, which now I feel proud to be a part of. Mitch Pickard and Javon Loud. I mean, those guys, they see things that I just don't see as far as lines and the artistry behind it. Not only that, but just the fact that, I mean, they open up their doors and let me build the bike that I have. I mean, honestly, I mean, I'm 27 years old now, and the bike that I've always dreamed of building in every which way. I went way beyond what I originally budgeted or planned to do for this thing, but I wouldn't have done it any other way. Those guys for sure. You know, Travis. I mean, Travis is such a good friend of mine, and one of the most down-to-earth people that I've ever met. I mean, I can't thank him enough. I mean, just for the fact of, one, let me do something that's this cool for him and for myself, there's nothing tied to that. You know, it's just a good friendship. Gary Queen at Other Side Customs. I mean, the guy, we built this thing in 8 weeks. We started this thing 1st of January, and we had to have it done for Daytona Bike Week, which was 1st of March, and he was pushing me to get this thing as quick as possible so he could get to started on the paint and the Bondo and the body work. But I mean, he literally turned this thing out in a matter of 4 or 5 days. I'll be a lifelong customer and hopefully a good friend of Gary's for a long time.
One last thing, I understand you have it for sale.
I do have it for sale. Do I want to sell it? Yes and no. The only reason I really can say I want to sell it is when you build a bike, I don't care if it's your first bike or your 10th bike, you learn something from everyone, and you have ideas and different things, and you another idea storming in my brain of the next bike I want to build, and it'll be, if you think this one's cool, it'll be even cooler, in my mind.
If somebody wanted
So
to get
yeah, I mean, it would definitely. There's still some money. I mean, even if you're building a bike yourself, there's still money tied up in it, and for me, I would really like to take advantage of the opportunity to build another one. That'd be just as wild and crazy.
if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
You can reach me at I feel like I'm a partner now with the guys over at Pickard USA. You can go to pickardusa.com, or you can go to my website, adamsprecision.com. Click on our contact information. Feel free to give us a call. Whether it's you want to buy this one, or you want to customize your Harley, or APC is doing all the motors now, which is my company. Headwork, you name it, we can do it. Yeah, you can reach me at pickardusa.com, adamsprecision.com, which is my company, but we're one company. I mean, we are. I mean, APC's doing the motors, and Pickard's doing all the wheels.